Tire pressure matters more than what you think. Imagine driving around without having to worry, knowing that your tire pressures are constantly being monitored. So today we're diving into the world of tire pressure monitoring systems. We'll look at the two sensor types that you get, and then also two different tire pressure monitoring systems. So the sensor types, you will get an external sensor and an internal sensor. The external sensor is a device that looks like this. This is a dot one, but you basically install it into the tire, or you take the tire off and then you place this inside the rim and you tighten it, and there's your sensor. It's a pretty easy way to install it, but yeah, just take note that you do need to balance your wheels again, and that you will probably have to pay for the sensor to be installed. So the advantage of the sensor being on the inside of your wheel, of your tire, on the inside of the rim, is that it's very well protected from the elements, so you cannot get water or mud or anything in it, and it cannot be stolen. The disadvantages is, like I said, you need to install it, so you will need to pay extra to take the tire off, have the installation done, but maybe a good idea just do it when you do wheel alignment or wheel balancing, something like that. Another disadvantage is that the battery in here is not replaceable, so it's got a lifetime of about 5 years, and then you need to replace the entire unit. You also cannot switch it between different vehicles. The external sensors is basically a device or a sensor that you put on by removing the old dust cap and replacing it with the sensor. So they're on the outside of your wheel, and pretty basic to install. The advantage is basically, with it being outside, it's much easier to install. You don't need to take the vehicle to a tire fitment place to put it on, and you can move it around between different vehicles, and also the battery in these you can replace once it's flat. The disadvantages is that it sticks out a bit, so it can easily be knocked off when you drive over a rock or past a rock, and it's also not that much weatherproof. I've driven through a bit of water off it, but if you drive through mud regularly, it will get in there and it will damage the sensor. So now that you have the sensor installed, it sends out a signal that needs to go somewhere, right? So what the first type that you get is a dash mounted system. We basically have a display, and it gives you the temperature reading and the pressure reading of the sensors. So these units typically can take up to 6 readings. Advantages of the dash mounted system is it's a dedicated unit, it's on your dash, it's always there. It uses solar charging, so you don't have to plug it in, although some of them do come with a USB cable, but most of the time it's not necessary to charge it. The disadvantages is you are limited to 6 sensors. You cannot really add, or you cannot add to it, and so that's what you have. The second system is an app on your phone. It's the Engage 4x4 tire pressure monitoring system. That's the one that I've been using now for a while. It's now almost 4 months that I've used it without any problems. But basically, each sensor has got a barcode that comes with it when you buy it, so you scan in the barcode and then it links to that specific sensor on the app. For example, I've got my tire pressures on there after Fortuner, and then also the 2 trailers pressure touring systems. Out of interest, on the Fortuner I've got internal sensors, on the trailer I've got external sensors. The advantages of this system is that you can basically build on it, so you can add more sensors. You can add as many as you like. You can add airbag pressures to it. You can add fridge temperatures. You can even get temperature sensors from them. You can add voltage sensors, so it's a very powerful system that you can build on and make it a really nice complete package. They also do frequent updates on it, so it's growing. It's not stagnating, so who knows where we might end up with it. The disadvantages is that it is using your phone. You need an app. What they sometimes suggest is just get a dedicated phone for it. I don't need it. I feel there is a warning that's going to go off if my tire suddenly deflates. So it's not necessary for me to watch it all the time. So just in summary, how accurate are these systems? They're not 100% accurate. If you compare it to the indeflator I have, which I know is pretty much spot on with the pressure it gets, and you can send it in for calibration. These sensors, and that's all systems, are about by 0.1 to 0.15 bar out. So what you see is maybe not 100% accurate, but I know I inflate my tires 2.5 bar using the Indiflate, and then if the sensor gives me 2.4, well, I know that it should always be around 2.4, or I need to subtract 0.1 bar. But it's not the idea that you sit and watch the sensor all the time and that they have to be 100% equal, all 4 readings or whatever on your tires. It's an early warning device that if you suddenly, so you set the warning limit, if you have a sudden deflation or pressure loss in the tire, you will get a warning. Obviously, if your tire bursts, then and then it's too late. But if it goes down gradually and you cannot see it from outside, you will get a warning when it reaches set point. The same for your temperature. You will always know what's the temperatures inside the tires. So now that you have an idea of tire pressure monitoring systems, and that you're going to hopefully get one now, what is next? Well, we suggest that you first like and subscribe to support the channel, and then you go watch this video next, what you can do if you're a beginner into the 4x4 world. So see you on the next one.